Did dolphins save divers from Asia's killer tsunami?
My heart was pounding and I realized like, hey, they're saying something to us. I signaled to the captain to please follow the dolphins.
There was once an iconic dolphin named Pelorus Jack who would help sailors and captains cross a super dangerous pass in New Zealand. In fact, when captains didn't spot the friendly mammal, they wouldn't even dare to cross a pass. Sounds like the plot of a feel-good movie? No, it's very real. When did this extraordinary story happen? Why did this dolphin assume the role of an underwater guardian? Let's find out. It may seem strange that a dolphin that was not in captivity or tamed would help guide ships across a dangerous pass. Before we delve into the details of Pelorus Jack, let's explore some other instances where animals have come to the rescue of humans. Scientist Nan Hauser was busy exploring marine life in the waters off of Rarotonga in the Cook Islands cluster. Suddenly, a humpback whale began pushing and guiding her. Scared and confused, Nan Hauser thought she was being attacked until she realized something. The whale had noticed something she hadn't: a large tiger shark swimming in close proximity. When she saw the shark, Nan understood that the whale was protecting her and guiding her back to her boat. Nan, who had dedicated her studies and life to protecting whales, had never had such an incredible experience, though she knew that whales would sometimes exhibit similar behavior when protecting seals from predators like killer whales. While we don't yet know what exactly goes through the minds of these whales, we do know one thing. Whales have an altruistic, almost motherly instinct to help animals belonging to other species. Aquatic animals like whales and dolphins weren't the only ones helping humans. In 1996, a 3-year-old boy who was visiting the Brookfield Zoo with his family tumbled more than 15 feet into a habitat below. Onlookers watched in horror as the boy landed onto concrete next to 7 gorillas, and they expected the worst for him. But an unlikely savior emerged while the zoo authorities were busy arranging for medical help. Binti Hua, a western lowland gorilla, wandered over to the injured toddler, scooped him up in her arms, and continued to cradle him until the paramedics arrived. Hoa seemed to act out of a maternal desire to nurture and console the little boy. We'll come to the dolphin story in a minute, guys. Lions are known to be majestic kings of the jungle and ferocious hunters who leave no stone unturned to catch their prey. But what if we told you a pride of lions helped save a kidnapped girl? According to the United Nations, abductions are rife in rural areas and ultimately lead to marriages. The fate of a 12-year-old Ethiopian girl who was kidnapped by 4 men on her way home from school seemed sealed. With the police hot on their trail, the kidnappers were on the move, but their plans were miraculously thwarted when they encountered a pride of lions. The lions chased off the kidnappers and then stayed with the little girl till the police arrived. One policeman even stated that the lions stood guard around the girl and left her like a gift and returned to the forest. Experts believe that the lions didn't devour the child, as her cries for help sounded like those of a lion cub, which made them sympathetic. Even domesticated pets come to the rescue of their beloved owners more often than not. In fact, a pit bull named Baby rescued a family and its dogs during a fire not once, but twice. In February 2013, Rhonda Wenstenberger and her sister were woken up from their slumber by Baby, who was barking and pouncing on them. Their home in Wellston, Oklahoma had begun to fill with smoke and flames, and Baby woke the sisters up immediately. Had they not woken up at that time, they wouldn't have been able to get out of the home unscathed, according to first responders. But that's not all. 5 of the family's other dogs were still stuck inside, and Baby rushed back in yet again to rescue them. She even pulled out one of the dogs who was hiding underneath the bed and grabbed him by the neck and brought him outside. To the Wenstenberger family, Baby was nothing short of a brave hero who had saved their lives. Now, on to today's hot topic, Pelorus Jack. Pelorus Jack was a rare gem in several ways, and not just because he heroically spent around 24 years guiding ships through a treacherous stretch of Cook Strait. Photographs taken of the dolphin point towards him being a Risso's dolphin, a species that's incredibly hard to find around New Zealand. He was described by sailors as an albino or white dolphin, and he had distinctive gray shadings with a rounded head. An interesting point to note is that no one actually verified Jack's gender. He was assumed to be male because of his size, which was between 9 to 15 feet. Pelorus Jack was first spotted in 1888 and would personally escort ships traveling between Wellington and the island city of Nelson. He got his name as he would join the vessels at the entrance of a drowned river valley in Marlborough called Pelorus Sound and swim alongside the ships till they safely reached the French Pass, a narrow, dangerous channel that separates the D'Urville Island from the mainland of Tasman Bay. Apparently, Pelorus would always confine himself to a specific area and never actually enter the French Pass. He would also meet ships that came out of the pass and accompany them for about 8 kilometers or 4.5 miles and then swim away. He would get quite close to passing boats as he loved to surf the bow waves. But here's a fun fact. He was notoriously picky about his companions and was known to snub wooden-hulled vessels. He would instead accompany only the most powerful steel-hulled steamers. This was probably because the latter produced the best bow waves for this playful hero to surf on. Soon, he became a celebrity. Some of his fans included the great authors Mark Twain and Frank T. Bullen. Sadly, his fame also attracted some unwelcome malice. In 1904, a passenger aboard the steamer SS Penguin tried to shoot this legendary dolphin. Way to go, humans! Luckily, the screams of passengers alerted the crew about the impending danger, and they managed to disarm him. And guess what? Pelorus Jack kept the SS Penguin company again. Not much later, the SS Penguin sank off the South Wellington coast, which gave rise to the notion that any ship abandoned by Jack would meet its doom at the French Pass. To protect Jack from any more malicious incidents, Governor Lord Plunkett signed an order and council decree, therefore making it illegal to take the species from the surrounding waters of Cook Strait. Punishable fines between £5 and £100 were also imposed. The act made New Zealand the first country in the world to offer legal protection to a single marine animal. Coming to the question of why Jack was so fond of guiding ships, it's speculated by researchers that he was either bored or lonely or both. To date, only 12 Risso's dolphins have been confirmed to have been spotted in this area, though they can be found around most major landmasses worldwide. Risso's dolphins are extremely social and intelligent animals and typically travel in groups of 10 to 50 and even 400 in some extreme cases. In the case of Pelorus Jack, he appears to have been completely alone during his entire documented time in the strait. A 1910 edition of the Scrapbook also shed some light on the subject and stated that a school of fish similar to Pelorus Jack was first spotted in Pelorus Sound 50 years ago, and it appeared that Jack was the sole survivor. It is possible that because Jack didn't have anyone of his own kind to hang out with, he chose to pass his time having fun with the ships that traveled in the strait when he wasn't eating or sleeping. As Jack grew older, he slowed down considerably, and passing ships would often reduce their speeds too to follow their aging companion. Though no one knows how, Jack eventually disappeared, last having been sighted in April 1912. Some rumors claim that a group of Norwegian whalers in Pelorus Sound harpooned him. Another account is that of a man on his deathbed who believed his father and him accidentally killed a dolphin after a storm. Charlie Moeller, who kept the marine light over the pass, stated that the famous dolphin had washed up on the beach. Given that the life expectancy of the species of dolphins is about 25 years and Pelorus was at least 24 years old, Charlie Moeller's story seems to be the most probable. Out of the three accounts, the magnificent legend of Pelorus Jack continues to make its mark today. A popular Scottish country dance was even named after the heroic dolphin. Why? Well, it incidentally features sets of alternating tandem half reels, which are also called the dolphin reels. A chocolate bar was named after the dolphin, and recently, in 2016, a life-size bronze sculpture was unveiled at the Colonnet Point overlooking the French Pass. a fitting tribute to the legendary Jack Pelorus. And what happened to the infamous pass? Since 1989, a Pelorus Jack logo has been used for an inter-island ferry service that runs from Wellington to Picton via the Cook Strait. But all vessels still follow the utmost caution while crossing the French Pass, for it is still as notorious as ever, if not more, without the beloved Dolphin. That's all for today. What do you think about Pelorus Jack? Have you had any life-saving encounters with animals? Comment below. If you enjoyed today's video, like and share it, and subscribe to our channel. See you next time when we answer the next why. Goodbye!